Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's broadcast of Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, featuring the superstars of Heartland Ladies Wrestling. And we have three exciting matches on the show for you tonight. In singles action, leading off the card will be ATHENA versus SHAYNA BASZLER, two aspiring young contenders moving up the ranks in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. They'll be followed up in singles action by two very hard-hitting and dynamic competitors, TESSA Blanchard and Thunder ROSA. Should be a very hard-hitting and exciting singles match between those two. And in our main event tonight, it will be for the Tag Team Championship of Heartland Ladies Wrestling, as the champions, collectively known as Regeneration X, LEVA Bates and Allison Danger, defend their titles against the legendary Shimmer Tag Team of SARA Del Rey and DAIZEE HAZE. So far tonight on the card, we've seen some exciting action in our non-televised bouts. Shotzi Blackheart opened the show with a count-out victory over Kylie Ray. And then in tag team action, the team known as Valkyrie, April Hunter and Sue Young, defeated Odeo Tai, the team of Chris Wolf and Hudson Envy. Then we saw a dominant performance by Allison Kay with a big victory over Zia Brookside. And in our most recent contest, a very good tag team match between the team known as PAWG, P-A-W-G. You can look that one up if you don't know the meaning of that. The team of Jordan Grace and LuFisto went down to defeat against the Allure, the team of Mandy Leon and her tag team partner, the ageless Angelina Love. Angelina picking up the victory in that one with a stunning Botox injection that put LuFisto's lights out to end that match. And that brings us to tonight's opening contest on the televised portion of our show. These two women from the days of Shimmer, known as ATHENA and SHAYNA BASZLER, both have made it to the ranks of the World Wrestling Entertainment. ATHENA, now known as Ember Moon, who had a good run and then had some bad luck with injuries, and has been on the shelf for some time after rupturing an Achilles tendon in a really stupid segment where all she was doing was chasing after the 24/7 championship belt for no apparent reason. So that put her on the shelf, and she is just getting back into action. SHAYNA BASZLER, we all know, as just a powerhouse MMA competitor, was part of a tag team in Heartland Ladies Wrestling for a long time alongside Nicole Savoy. That team has broken up, and SHAYNA has come into singles competition. You can still see her on a regular basis in the WWE, teaming with Nia Jax. And with that, we are ready to get things rolling here at the Dave Cave. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as ATHENA and SHAYNA BASZLER kick things off. We'll read the gray die first and then the blue die as the offense and defense respectively. And on the opening roll, it is ATHENA who takes the initiative. And ATHENA goes with the choke over the ropes. Starting off with some dirty tactics already. SHAYNA charges ATHENA in the ring. ATHENA reverses that and puts her across the ropes in a chokehold. She's going to try and follow that up with a standing drop kick, and on a roll of 10, she hits it. And SHAYNA goes down. Quickly, ATHENA getting established on offense, putting SHAYNA down to the mat, and ATHENA is going to go right to a springboard DDT. ATHENA, one of the great athletes in women wrestling today. SHAYNA gets to her feet, and ATHENA is going to follow that up with a flying head scissors. SHAYNA back down. And ATHENA follows that up with a standing suplex. Nice move by ATHENA. ATHENA, originally out of the Chicago area, was trained by Booker T down in Houston. And ATHENA follows that up with another flying head scissors. This time, SHAYNA sidesteps that one. And SHAYNA takes over after the level 1 reversal. And here comes Shayna with a back suplex attempt. That will be successful on a roll of 9 or lower, and she hits it. And Athena comes out the back door of that one. Athena landed on her feet and takes over back on offense. Athena getting the offense going with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Shayna BASZLER. And on a roll of 10, that goes to the wrestler with the better ropes rating. They're both rated as B. So the wrestler on offense, Athena, takes control, and she is now on level 3 offense. What's she going to do? And on a roll of 4, it is a sidewinder slam. Down to the canvas hard goes Shayna BASZLER. Shayna rolls outside of the ring. And let's see if anything interesting happens on the arena floor. It's going to be a battle on the arena floor where Shayna grabs Athena and smashes her onto the announcer's table. Goodness gracious, a powerbomb onto the announcer's table by Shayna. She may be disqualified on this one. There's a roll of 3. And on a roll of 5 or lower, Shayna will be disqualified for that move. But on a roll of 11, the referee's going to let it go. Goodness, hard times for Athena as she cannot get the disqualification. Shayna throws Athena back into the ring and takes control. Shayna now is going to go for the splash in the corner. And let's see, choice H, that is going to require a agility roll, 5 or lower. What a dilemma here. It's either death jump A or 5 or lower on the flying elbow drop. So it's going to be the death jump. Athena's going to try the death jump. Shayna's going to try the death jump roll, and sure enough, on a roll of 5, Athena gets out of the way of that one, and Shayna misses badly. Shayna misses on the corner splash, and Athena now takes control. Athena back on the offense, another springboard DDT, and Shayna hits hard and stays down. Shayna in trouble here as Athena takes control. Here comes the O-face, that diving stunner off the top rope. That's a +2 finisher. On a pin roll of 5 or lower, Shayna is done. But on a roll of 11, she gets out of it. Shayna kicks out after the O-face. Athena stays on offense, and the match continues. Athena now follows that up with another hard sidewinder slam, taking Shayna down to the canvas. Athena, the smaller of these two ladies, but she is taking the fight to the big MMA star. And here is another springboard DDT. Up, over, and down hard to the canvas goes Shayna. And Shayna now is going to roll out of the ring once again. Action on the arena floor. And on a roll of 5, this time it is Shayna battling it out with Athena on the arena floor. And B5 is the is another slam onto the announcer's table. Shayna again taking advantage on the arena floor. Will she be disqualified? On a roll of 9, the match continues. And Shayna is now in control after that hard slam onto the announcer's table. What's Shayna going to do? Shayna's going to go for the armbar. This is a submission hold. On a roll of 4 or lower, Athena is finished. But on a roll of 8, Athena is able to make her way to the bottom rope. And the armbar is broken. That's 1 fatigue token now for each wrestler as the match continues. Shayna in control. Shayna is going to go for a powerbomb. Down hard to the canvas goes Athena. Both ladies starting to show some signs of fatigue. As Athena now slowly gets to her feet, Shayna remains in control. And Shayna comes back with a gut-wrench suplex. Up, over, and down hard to the canvas. And this time it is Athena rolling out of the ring. Out of the ring goes Athena. And on a roll of B5, it is Athena who turns the tables and whips Shayna into the steel steps at ringside. There will be a possible disqualification on that. And on a roll of 5 or lower, it'll be a DQ, but Athena rolls a 7. And the match continues now with Athena in control. Athena now with another springboard DDT. She didn't get all of that one, but she maintains control as Shayna slowly gets to her feet. What's Athena going to do? Oh, a stiff enziguri to the side of the head stuns Shayna. Athena stays in control. Athena follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Shayna BASZLER. And on a roll of 3, it is Athena who sets for the back body drop, but she set too soon. And SHAYNA picks her up and slams her to the mat hard with a big pile driver. Down goes Athena hard. SHAYNA now in control. Back and forth we go. And SHAYNA just pitches Athena out of the ring. Action on the arena floor once again. And on a roll of 10, SHAYNA comes out of the ring and slams Athena with a steel chair. This may be another disqualification roll, but there will not be a disqualification. And SHAYNA now is in control as this match has broken down. And SHAYNA is going to go out of the ring once again. That's twice in a row. And on a roll of 10, there will be shenanigans as this match has broken down. And we've got ringside mayhem. To the ringside mayhem table we go. And on a roll of, let's see, we need the 12-sider for this. And on a roll of 1, it will be the tables. SHAYNA is on the offense. She is going to try and set up a table here. And on a roll of 3, she has got it set up. So there is a table set up at ringside. But everybody has to go back onto the end of the ring to beat the 10 count. So the table has been set up at ringside. And now control will go to whichever wrestler wins on the gut check roll as they both roll back into the ring to beat the 10 count. And with a roll of 9, Athena wins the gut check roll. So she actually recovers first and takes control in the ring against SHAYNA. And she is going to go for a death jump. Athena, as I mentioned, a tremendous athlete, comes off the top rope and slams into SHAYNA with a flying clothesline. And down goes Athena to the canvas. Athena is down. SHAYNA is down. Athena is in control. And now another sidewinder slam from Athena takes SHAYNA back to the mat. Athena can generate some high impact offense with her athletic ability, even though she is giving away about 15 pounds in this matchup. Athena still in control. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes SHAYNA. And on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline, and both wrestlers go down. Athena is down. SHAYNA is down. The wrestler with the better ropes rating gets up first. They are both equal on the ropes. So the wrestler previously on offense was Athena, and she now is in control and has a chance to do some more damage to SHAYNA here. Very good opening contest. It's a handspring elbow from Athena. SHAYNA shakes that one off, and SHAYNA fires back with a stomp to the wrist, to the arm of Athena. Athena's going to fire back, and Athena hits the choke across the ropes again. We saw that move previously. And Athena now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes SHAYNA. And both ladies come off the turnbuckle with big specialty moves. And again, both wrestlers are down. And again, the better turnbuckle rating recovers first. Again, they're equal, and Athena, the wrestler on offense, will maintain control. What's Athena going to do here? She goes for another springboard DDT. And she takes control once again as we say good evening to Log Acta Live here in the chat room. Our opening match going on almost 15 minutes of action here. Very closely matched between Athena and SHAYNA BASZLER. And here's another big enziguri from Athena. She hits SHAYNA on the side of the head hard, and SHAYNA goes down. And now Athena is going to go for that handspring elbow again. This time, SHAYNA dodges that move, and SHAYNA comes back on offense. Athena misses with the handspring elbow, and SHAYNA's going to make her pay for it. A kick to the back. Athena's going to fire back, and Athena hits a cartwheel double knee drop onto SHAYNA, and SHAYNA is hurt. Nice reversal of that move by Athena. And Athena now comes back with a running drop kick to stun SHAYNA. Athena follows that up, another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes SHAYNA, and on a roll of 3, once again it is SHAYNA getting the quicker response off the ropes, slamming Athena up, down, and hard across the knee with a gut-wrench backbreaker, and Athena is in some pain. What's Shayna going to do here? A power bomb, and down goes Athena. Shayna now starting to work the lower back of Athena as she sees the opening. Another kick to the back, and Athena is down. A power bomb. Athena stays down. She is favoring that lower back as Shayna comes in and follows up with a waistlock takedown. Athena ducks out of that one, and Athena tries to come back with a pump handle choke slam, but that's a power move, and Athena doesn't have the strength to get that done against the bigger Shayna Baszler. Shayna blocks that one, comes back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Athena, and on a roll of 8, it is a big back elbow from Shayna that puts Athena back down onto the canvas. Shayna in control once again. This time it's a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Athena, and on a roll of 10, it is once again the collision in the corner, and this time Shayna takes control as she is the wrestler on offense, and now it is going to be out of the ring we go once again. These two ladies, the intensity is heating up. We're on to over 15 minutes of action here, and on a roll of 8, it is Athena who has to execute the helpless crawl to get back into the ring ahead of the 10 count, where Shayna is waiting to do some damage. Out of the ring we go again. Athena tried to get back into the ring. Shayna booted her back out to the arena floor. There will be no shenanigans out there. And on a roll of 2, oh goodness, it is Athena who drags Shayna by the leg out to the ringside, and Athena slams the leg of Shayna into the steel ring post. Athena taking the offensive there, getting aggressive. And now Athena with another sidewinder slam. Shayna tries to get out of the ring for a breather. Athena may try a dive, a suicide dive. But on a roll of 8, she's not able to get there quickly enough. And Shayna has to crawl back into the ring to beat the 10 count. Athena in control. And here's the O-face once again, that diving stunner off the top turnbuckle. The pin roll here is a 6 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Shayna manages to kick out. Shayna just kicked out of that one. And the match continues with Athena still in control. Athena with a death jump. And on a roll of 10, that is a perfect cross body block off the top turnbuckle. Athena goes for the cover. The pin roll is a 5 or lower. And on a roll of 3, she got her. A very good opening contest as Athena defeats Shayna Baszler with a diving cross body block off the top turnbuckle to score the victory here in tonight's opening contest. So your winner in the first contest, after a very, very intense match lasting over 15 minutes of ring time, Athena gets the win over Shayna Baszler, and Athena moves one step closer to title contention with that victory. So good win for Athena, also known as Ember Moon these days in the WWE. Very, very good athlete, very well-trained wrestler with the win over the favored bigger wrestler and MMA superstar Shayna Baszler. So that is tonight's opening contest. Before we go to our next match, I did want to address the YouTube audience. I can be reached. I have a link at the Facebook group. I have a link at the Discord chat. Somebody posted something a while back on my YouTube, one of my YouTube videos, I believe it was, asking to have me share some of my homemade game charts that I use. And I could not, for the life of me, find that message in follow-up. I originally saw it, I think, come across on one of my mobile devices, and when I came home to look that up on the desktop, I could not find whether that was a YouTube comment or a Discord or where that came from. But I am delighted to share any of my personal homemade content. I'm not at liberty to share all the bootlegs that I have gotten from friends, but any of the charts and things that I have created for my own benefit, I'm happy to share. Reach out to me on Facebook or on Discord, and we can go from there. Dave Little on Facebook at Sports Simulations and Replays. The link is in the comments. or if you want to reach out to me on Discord, you can follow the link below to Discord and look for Epic Dave on Discord. So, that having been said, we go to our next matchup, and this will be another slobber knocker, as two of the most physical women in the sport of wrestling are going to square off with Tessa Blanchard taking on Thunder Rosa. I don't know if you folks watch AEW. I mentioned this on my basketball broadcast last night. This past Wednesday night on AEW Wrestling, there was a women's unsanctioned match between Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, and it was one of the most bloody, intense, physical, hardcore women's matches you will ever see this side of the Pacific Ocean. So if you are a fan of intense wrestling matches and you like to see chairs and tables and thumbtacks and the like, check out this week's match between Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker on AEW Wrestling. It was something else. And Tessa Blanchard, of course, needs no introduction. The daughter of legendary Tully Blanchard, the granddaughter of Joe Blanchard, and a very, very physical, intense competitor in her own right. And these two are hooking up, getting closer up the ladder for a women's championship match if they can continue their winning ways. So this will be a very intense battle between Thunder Rosa and Tessa Blanchard, as we say hello to JVD Studios, now in the chat room here in the Dave Cave on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. So here we go. Mama needs a new pair of shoes as Thunder Rosa and Tessa Blanchard square off. And the opening initiative roll goes to Thunder Rosa. And what's she going to do? She comes out with a chop to the chest. And Tessa takes a step back. Thunder Rosa follows that up with a snap suplex up, over, and down hard to the canvas. She stunned Tessa with that chop and then took her down to the canvas with a snap suplex. Quickly, Thunder Rosa taking control. Thunder Rosa with the Meteora, that diving double knee smash. And Tessa goes down. Thunder Rosa quickly taking control of this match. And she is going to go to her finishing lock, the La Rosa. This is a +1 finisher. And already on a roll of 3 or lower, this one will be over. But Tessa escapes that maneuver and takes the match's first point of fatigue. Thunder Rosa asserting herself quickly in this bout. JVD Studio says, I don't know who to go for in this one. And I'm supposed to be neutral, I know, as the commentator here. I'm a huge fan of Thunder Rosa. She is one of the premier athletes in the sport, so my heart is leaning towards her, but I'll try to keep this match on the up and up as Thunder Rosa is in control, and she goes with the hammerlock atomic bomb, and down to the canvas once again goes Tessa. That's another down 3, and Thunder Rosa has taken control here. Surprisingly decisive in the early going here, and Thunder Rosa now is going to pitch Tessa out of the ring, and here we go. As we go to the outside of the ring on a roll of 9, that is, I believe, the helpless crawl. Tessa has to crawl back into the ring, still nursing the wounds that she has suffered from the opening offensive onslaught by Thunder Rosa. Rosa is waiting. And Rosa is now going to attempt a suicide dive. She is daring enough to make this happen. And on a roll of 6, let's see. Pardon me for just a moment. The roll is 9. Thunder Rosa has an agility rating of a -3, so that modifies the roll to a 6. And that is bad news, as Thunder Rosa flips over the top rope with a somersault plancha. But Tessa moves out of the way, and Rosa hits the floor hard and takes a point of damage. And action continues on the standard out of the ring chart. And on a roll of 7 with Tessa in control, after Rosa suffered the injury, it is Tessa in control who smacks Thunder Rosa with a hard forearm across the chest and then whips her backwards into the ring apron. And Rosa is now hurting, and Tessa is in control. Tessa now, what's she going to do? She is going to go for a jumping cutter, which we look at on the death jump charts. And on a roll of 7, she hits the jumping cutter and stays in control. Nice athletic move there by Tessa. And Tessa's going to follow that up with a back suplex. Rosa hits hard, and both women are down. Both women suffering the effects of this hard-hitting match in the early moments. And it is Thunder Rosa who gets to her feet first. And she is going to go with a knee to the gut. Tessa's going to fire right back. And Tessa with a headlock and a punch to the side of the head. And that staggers Thunder Rosa. Tessa now with a short arm clothesline, and that takes Thunder Rosa down to the mat. Rosa back up to her feet. Tessa follows that up with another short arm clothesline. And down goes Rosa again. Tessa hammering away on Rosa with those clothesline blows. Here's another attempt at a jumping cutter by Tessa. Coming off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, she hits it. And Rosa is down and stays down. Tessa now in control. She's going to go for her double knee face breaker. That is a +2 finisher. So on a 6 or lower, she will score the pin over Thunder Rosa. But on a roll of 9, Rosa kicks out. The match continues as we say hello to Philip Reynolds in the chat. Tessa Blanchard and Thunder Rosa battling it out here. Tessa goes for a senton bomb, and now it is Rosa who is going to leave the ring. Tessa is not a high flyer. She will not try a suicide dive. We'll just stick to the standard out of the ring chart. But on a roll of 12, it is a running clothesline hard on the floor to Thunder Rosa. This may be a count out. On a roll of 5 or lower, this will be a count out win for Tessa. But on a roll of 10, the match continues. Another point of fatigue absorbed by Rosa, as Tessa is now taking control. Tessa survived the original onslaught. She is now in control, and she's going to go for the finisher again. The double knee face breaker. The pin roll now is 8 or lower. And on a roll of 7, it's over. Tessa Blanchard is your winner after a very physical, hard-hitting, intense matchup. Tessa wins it with the double knee face breaker, giving her the pinfall victory as she looks to get into contention for potentially a title match. So give credit to Thunder Rosa. She brought the attack, but Tessa reversed things on the arena floor. That's her playground out there, and she rode that momentum to victory with a singles win over Thunder Rosa here in tonight's penultimate contest. Finally, we come to the main event of the evening for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. And here are your contestants. Your champions, first and foremost, the team known as Regeneration X, Allison Danger and Leva Bates. Very colorful tag team back in the Shimmer days. Leva Bates, a very creative individual. For those of you who, again, watch AEW, she is now one of the librarians in AEW. Back in her Shimmer days, she was known as a cosplayer. Loved to dress up as various things for her various matches. Allison Danger got on board with that, and they had a successful run as a tag team. And Leva then got into a brief run with the WWE. She was intended to just be an enhancement talent on NXT. She got a pair of blue pants and started calling herself Blue Pants, and she became wildly popular, even as just a jobber girl. Had a nice run in WWE before she signed on with AEW and became the librarian. The opponents tonight For fans of Shimmer, need no introduction. Sara Del Rey and Daizee Haze, two of the originals. Actually, with Allison Danger, these three were Shimmer originals from the get-go. Sara and Daizee appeared as early as Volume 1 of Shimmer, and had a run in Chikara together where they were actually part of a faction together. And they are now a tag team here, challenging for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship in tonight's main event, as we say hello to D. Scott Howard in the chat room. So here we go. Leva and Allison are your champions, and it will be Allison Danger and Daizee Haze starting things off. Two outstanding technical wrestlers, Allison and Daizee, to start things off here in this matchup. And all four of these ladies are well loved and appreciated and respected by the fans. And so this should be an entertaining matchup as the opening initiative role goes to Daizee Haze. And Daizee comes out and nails Allison with a spin kick. Allison fires right back and goes for a sunset flip. Tries to leap over Daizee and get that sunset flip. Daizee, the faster of the two wrestlers. That move is not successful, and it is Daizee who fires back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Allison. Oh, and on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline. Both ladies are down, and the advantage will go to Daizee. Daizee first to her feet, and quickly is going to go for the mind trip. The mind trip, that face first slam onto the canvas, that's a +1 finisher. And she can get a pin on a roll of 4 or lower, but Allison kicks out of that one, and the match continues. Daizee in control. And Daizee now goes with a missile dropkick off the top rope. Hits Allison hard. Allison goes down and stays down. Here is a tag to Sara Del Rey. And we're going to see our double team action here. And on a roll of 7, it is Daizee holding Allison Danger while Sara comes off the ropes and nails her with a bone-crunching double clothesline. Sara with a big clothesline, Daizee joining in, and that keeps Sara in control, still on level 3 offense. What's Sara going to do? She's in control. She's going to go for the Royal Butterfly submission hold. That is successful on a roll of 5 or lower. And Leva's going to have to come into the ring and see if she can't interrupt that. And on a roll of 5, she does make the save. I forgot to put the save tokens out. Each team gets 2 pin saves. Regeneration X just used their first pin save as Leva helped Allison escape from that submission hold. And that cost Allison another point of fatigue. We say hello to Captain Carl. Sorry I'm late. You're not late, dude. You're here, and we're glad to see you. And this was an unannounced impromptu performance of Heartland Championship Wrestling late on a Saturday night here in the Dave Cave. As Sara is in control against Allison. And Sara's going to go back to the Royal Butterfly. This time 6 or lower will mean a submission. Leva once again is going to use her team's final pin save, but on a roll of 8, Leva is cut off by Daizee Haze. So on a roll of 6 or lower, we're going to have new Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions as Sara attempts to get Allison to submit. But on a roll of 9, Allison is able to escape. A narrow escape, but the champions have used all their pin saves, and things are getting hairy for the challengers. Sara now is going to pitch Allison out of the ring. I don't know what she's thinking. You can't win the championship out there. But the dice do what the dice do. And on a roll of 9, it is Allison who has to come back into the ring via the helpless crawl. Tag to Daizee. Here comes another double team. And on a roll of 8, it is an awesome double neck breaker on Allison that puts Daizee in control. Allison in big trouble here, desperate to get out and tag her partner. As Daizee goes with another whip out of the ring. She's going to not do that, as Daizee is a C performer on the ring floor. So Daizee wants to keep this match in the ring, and she instead is going to go with a twirling head scissors and take Allison down to the canvas once again. Allison now with a chance for a tag. On a roll of 8, she can't get there. And Allison is trapped in the ring with Daizee in control. Daizee now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Allison. And on a roll of 10, both ladies hit and go down hard. Daizee first to her feet. Daizee in control, looking to finish this one off early. And Daizee goes with the Daisy Cutter, and down to the canvas goes Allison again. Daizee back in control. Daizee now with a missile drop kick. Didn't get all of that when Allison gets slowly back up to her feet. Daizee comes in and follows that up with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Allison. And this time on a roll of 3, Daizee drops her head too soon, and Allison scores a running knee smash off the ropes that puts Daizee down to the mat. Allison now in control. Allison drops Daizee with the STO, face first, and down goes Daizee. And finally, Allison is able to get to the corner and tag in Leva Bates. My goodness, Allison lucky to survive, and the Regeneration X lucky to survive with their titles intact as Leva hits the ring and goes to work on Daizee. Leva with a superhero kick, and that knocks Daizee clean out of the ring. Action spills out to the arena floor. Daizee and Leva, neither of these two are what you would consider to be brawlers. And on a roll of 10, what's going to happen here? This is not going to be good for Daizee. The opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. Ooh, things are picking up between Leva and Daizee. I don't think Leva would use a chair, but maybe she has a piece of equipment from her cosplay that she tries to strike Daizee with. And this is going to be a possible disqualification. Leva almost never gets disqualified. It's going to have to be a 4 or lower. And on a roll of 5, there is no disqualification. So Leva slugs Daizee on the arena floor. And the match returns to the ring with Leva in control. Leva now is going to go for a Yakuza kick. This is a choice roll, and it's going to require an 8 or lower. And on a roll of 7, she hits the Yakuza kick. Daizee is stunned and staggers back to the corner. Here comes another Yakuza kick. And she nails it once again. Leva taking charge on Daizee in the neutral corner. And here is the Shiranui. That big stomp to the side of the head. And Daizee remains hurt. Daizee now trying to get out for the tag. And here is the critical confirmation, that face first slam to the canvas by Leva. And she is going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 4 or lower. I don't typically take the pin save until the pin roll hits 5. And on a roll of 9, Daizee kicks out of there. So the first pin attempt against the challengers, and Daizee kicks out. And here is Leva going up for the death jump. Daizee gets to her feet too quickly. Leva decides not to do the death jump, but she hits that critical confirmation again, and Daizee goes down again. Leva in control. What's she going to do now? A diving mushroom stomp. That is brutal. And Daizee rolls out of the ring. A double stomp to the back of Daizee Haze sends her out of the ring. And back to the arena floor we go again. And this time on a roll of 9, Daizee tries to crawl back into the ring. And Leva greets her there with a vicious elbow to the back of the head. Leva still in control. Leva has been in control since she finally got the hot tag from Allison. Can she keep the momentum going? She goes up for the death jump. Once again, Daizee clears out of the way, and this time it's just going to be some open hand chops from Leva that stunned Daizee and put her back on the far ropes in the corner. Here's another critical confirmation. She didn't get all of that one, and Daizee remains on her feet. And here's a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Daizee. And on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from Leva that puts Daizee back down to the canvas. Allison on the ring apron, ready to return to action. Here's the tag, and we're going to see a double team. And oh, on a roll of 5, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline from the champions that puts DAIZEE back down onto the canvas. Allison now in control with a chance to do some damage. Allison hits the Shimmering Warlock. That is her finisher. That kick to the side of the head. The pin roll now is a 6, and Sarah's going to try the pin save. And on a roll of 10, Sarah is blocked from completing the pin save. And now on a roll of 6 or lower, Allison will score the pinfall. But on a roll of 11, it is DAIZEE who kicks out. And the match continues. Allison hit that Shimmering Warlock for a 2 count. Sarah was late getting in for the pin save. DAIZEE just got that shoulder up, and the match continues as we have Christopher Slovic in the ring from Pittsburgh, but working in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So Christopher, welcome to the broadcast. We are at the Palumbo Center here in Pittsburgh for tonight's action with Heartland Ladies Wrestling. This is your main event for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. Allison Danger in control against Daisy Hayes. And here's the Shimmering Warlock again. She nailed it again as Daisy got up to one knee. The pin roll is 7. Sarah's got to use the last pin save, and on a roll of 9, she cannot get the pin save. And on a roll of 7 or lower, the match will end right here. And on a roll of 4, she got her. What a comeback by the champions, as Allison Danger with the Shimmering Warlock scores the pinfall over DAIZEE, and the team of Regeneration X has successfully retained the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. Congratulations to your champions. Allison Danger and Leva Bates celebrating in the ring as Allison hit DAIZEE twice in a row with a Shimmering Warlock. That put her down for the 3 count as Leva intercepted Sarah's attempt at the pin save. All right, what an exciting night of action. What an exciting main event as your winners and still Heartland Ladies Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the team of Leva Bates and Allison Danger, collectively known as Regeneration X. All right, fans, thank you so much to everybody who came out tonight. Christopher Slovic from Thailand. Philip Reynolds, good to see you, sir. Glad you're feeling well. D. Scott Howard, thanks for joining us. Captain Carl. Logecta Live. JVD Studios. Good crowd here in the chat room tonight for action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Thank you all for joining us. Our next wrestling broadcast will be 2 weeks from today, April 3rd. And this will be a special event. April 3rd will be our spring pay-per-view. We call it Dawn of Destiny. And that pay-per-view will feature our annual Money in the Bank ladder match. Always a fun match. Last year's winner, Adam Cole, has qualified for the match. He will be joined in that match by Brian Danielson and by Too Cold Scorpio, who won qualifying matches earlier this week. And next week in Ring of Honor, there will be 3 more qualifying matches to determine all 6 entrants into the Money in the Bank ladder match that will be seen here on the channel 2 weeks from now. Of course, our Friday Night Basketball will continue next week with more action from the Epic Basketball League playoffs. And tomorrow morning, tune in for the recording of My Journey with Jesus as we talk about faithfulness. All right, everybody, that is it from the Dave Cave with tonight's action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Thank you once again to everybody who checked out the stream tonight. That's our stream, and I am out of here.